Zrenjanin is pleasant in any season, but the best time to see this park is early summer. One of the most majestic palaces on the square houses the Archaeological Museum. But now, strange threads have been woven over the facade. They lead us inside. From room to room, from pin to pin, we follow a history. The history of this very building. It is an original exhibition. The palace and the museum from the 19th to the 21st century. We divided the exhibition into two colours, as you can see on the front. The red thread is for the palace and the yellow thread is for the museum. The idea was to make a story about the two sides of the same building, the Vranicani Dobrinović Palace and the Archaeological Museum. We follow the palace from the beginning, in 1879, when it was built by Vranicani Dobrinović. He spent 156,000 florins. It was a lot of money, since the creation of Zrenjanin took 30,000 florins. It took only a year to build the palace, since the workers had to start working on the palace of his brother, which now contains the modern gallery. The palace was then bought by Radivoj Hafner, who loved horses. During the First World War, he renovated the palace, added marble and the elevator, which is probably the oldest working elevator in Zagreb. The horses on the railing represent the American breed that he brought to Croatia. The museum courtyard contained his stables. This is hard to imagine today, when the courtyard is one of the most pleasant open-air cafes in the city. The citizens sit among the remains of the Roman past of Zagreb. It is also the location of the museum shop with attractive souvenirs. But let us get back to the story. When the war was over, his horse and meat business was ruined. The palace was a bank until the Second World War. During the war, it was a residence of the German General von Horstenau. Finally, in 1945, the museum moved in. The old locations of the museum were the streets of Opatička and the ground floor of the Croatian Academy of Science and Arts. In almost 2 centuries, this museum has played an important role in the culture and social life of Zagreb and Croatia. But even if it hadn't, it is worth visiting one of the most beautiful city palaces in the most beautiful city park.